Good evening, Chicagoland. Thank you for joining us tonight on a very warm and balmy September 1st. Happy Thursday to you all, and thank you for joining the Veteran Support Show. We will be discussing a number of veterans issues with a particular focus around the state's energy assistance program offered through CEDA, Community Economic Development Association of Cook County. We will be touching on their various programs and a few other resources that are available to you, your veterans, and your military personnel, as well as your family. So first and foremost, I want to welcome you to the Warrior Summit Coalition Veteran Support Show. For those of you that do not know, Warrior Summit Coalition is a 501c3 organization based out of Chicago whose aim is to connect veterans with a multitude of different resources: healthcare, benefits, employment, legal services, education, mental health, emotional health, family services, as well as children and spouse services, all in one location. You can get more information on our program at warriorsummit.org, www.warriorsummit.org. You could always learn more or follow our tweets on Warrior Summit US, or follow us on Facebook or Instagram by just typing in Warrior Summit Coalition. And if you do have any questions about content today, you could always call into the Veteran Support Show at 312-738-1060. And again, Warrior Summit Coalition is a nonprofit started by veterans, but it's a source for all programs supporting veterans and active military and families across the nation. And the goal is influencing these interactions through collaboration on programs, events, ideas, and specific initiatives. Last week, we talked about a number of different services, primarily around veterans housing. But this week, keeping it along the housing services, we're going to focus on a fantastic organization, CEDA, Community and Economic Development Association of Cook County. So I hope you guys have heard of it. I'll pull up their website for you right now. They can be reached online at www.ceda.org.net. And for those of you who don't know, it's CEDA's mission to work in partnership with communities around Chicagoland and Cook County to empower families and individuals to achieve self-sufficiency. They do that through a number of different ways, but their promise is to change people's lives, embody spirit of hope, improve communities, and make America a better place to live. We care about the community, and we're also dedicated to helping each other and helping people help themselves. And particularly, we want to focus on the vets, starting with the CEDA Energy Services Program. So for those of you who don't know, CEDA operates a little over 19 different programs throughout Cook County. There are 149 different sites, but the focus is today, with today being September 1st, is the kickoff of the energy services through CEDA. As you can see on the flyer, energy services is for a low-income home energy assistance program. That's through LIHEAP. And as you can see on the flyer, the priority period 1 starts today, where members over the age of 60 years old, household with a person receiving Social Security benefits, workman's comp disability benefits, as well as veterans disability benefits, have priority to take advantage of this great program. It is based on income. The program is based on you living in Cook County, but if you do meet the income eligibility requirements that I'll touch on shortly, I can definitely direct you to the nearest CEDA site near your local vicinity. So what is LIHEAP? Again, LIHEAP is Low Income Home Energy Assistance Program, and it's designed to help an eligible household pay for energy assistance through the winter months and also help pay for bills during the warmer summer months. The purpose of the program is LIHEAP will provide a one-time benefit to eligible households, which will be used for energy bills once a program year. And the program year is from July of 2016 until June of 2017. So July 1st until June 1st is the CEDA program year. However, as I just mentioned, the LIHEAP service kicks off today. The purpose of this, again, is to assist qualified households by offsetting the rising costs of home energy through direct financial assistance, energy counseling, as well as outreach. Again, this is based on your income, and it is pretty synonymous with the national and the local poverty indexes. And I'll go ahead and put these on the overhead so you can see what they are. Sorry about the size of the font. But as you can see, the Share the Warrant program and ComEd are additional programs offered in conjunction with LIHEAP. But we do have a very specific dollar amount, which is equivalent to the 150 30-day income and 150% poverty income for outside of that service. The basis of the program, there are two things that it does. The grant amount is determined by your income and by your household and by the fuel funds that are available. You can get reconnection assistance of up to $1,000 in additional funds as they are available if your utilities are disconnected or in danger of being disconnected. The eligibility for this program is you must be a resident of the state of Illinois. You must have proof of your gross income from all household members within 30 days. You also need Social Security cards for household members. If you don't have Social Security cards, we could discuss that situation as well. And you must have a copy of your most recent heat and electric bills only if you pay directly to the insurance company. To your utility company. Again, this is a great program. It helps a lot of families take advantage of their services. And before I get too much into the next program or LIHEAP programs, it looks like we have a caller. So go ahead, caller. You got any questions?
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Hey, I'm doing well. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Oh, okay. I'm from southeast side of Chicago. My name is Ray. And that when I put my hand up and took that oath to protect my country.
Yes, sir.
I was promised a few things.
Yes, sir.
Especially about the hospitals. None of that has come true. Why is it that we can't get somebody? Maybe it takes veterans, just veterans to get on the board, so that we know that something will go through. Nothing's happened. Look, they just had that thing in one of the states, 300 and some calls, and they said to tell them that the veterans are canceled. And it wasn't the veterans, it was the doctors, and they had to wait another 81 days. That's crazy.
Yes, sir.
I put my hand up, take my lymph, take this, take my blood, but please, just don't lie to me. Tell me the truth.
Yes, sir. Well, and I completely understand your call, and definitely thank you for calling. As a military veteran, transitioning out of active duty in 2006, 2007, right after the first Iraq invasion, there were a lot of challenges that I faced transitioning back to civilian society. The one inconvenience I had was locating where the resources were. So that's, another reason for this show, just to provide you access to the resources. But two, once I found the resources, what's the best way to access them? When you're dealing with the VA, you got to understand that's a very small entity with a short and a smaller number of staff members or trained professionals to take the health care needed for providing vet services, to take that on a larger scale, where you're seeing it nowadays where 30 veterans are reporting to one case manager and caseworker. And you can imagine that with that type of caseload, not every veteran is going to receive the same quality of care that they deserve, that you talked about, that you and I both know we deserve. However, in working with the VA, as we have done for the last number of years, we know that the VA here locally, Jesse Brown, Hines, and Lovell, in conjunction with VACO, the VA Central Office, they're ramping up their services. They're getting more boots on the ground to find these vets where they are, to connect them with the VA resources, and then they're putting the measures and the right people in place that care about veterans to help them access that health care a little bit quicker. So I know it's a large hurdle to climb, and trust me, brother, I've been there going through my disability claim, and I'm sure a lot of the vets watching this show, they probably experienced the same thing. It's unfortunate that we, as the veterans, have to go through this, but I look at it as twofold. We experience these inequalities or some of these program deficiencies to make the system better for the next guy or girl getting out of active duty, to make their transition a little bit easier. So thank you very much for that call, and I did want to just take it back to the additional support services. One being, providing help in the household, because if you help the household, 9 times out of 10 you'll help the veteran, and helping the veteran will more than likely help the community at large. So going back to the energy services. I wanted to talk about some of the LIHEAP programs, the direct vendor payment reconnection assistance, which is designed to help households with energy services in the form of a one-time payment to the utility companies that supply to the utility bills. Our old program, which is just being rolled out again this year because the funding got canceled, is the PIP program, the Percentage of Income Payment Plan. And this provides a monthly benefit payment to your utilities based on your utility usage and your monthly household income. Now, the trick to that, the PIP participants who make their utility payments on time will receive credits to their outstanding balance, which will help making those payments a little bit easier in the future. There is a fuel funds program which we're also promoting. The Share the Warmth program is a grant matching program. It's up to $200 for eligible households that need assistance with paying their people's gas bill. This can be applied to their bill, but it has to be the application has to be processed prior to you applying for the service. The pledge must be then made to the People's Gas account with a single payment within 14 days. But again, that's $200 that you can get assistance with to either help pay your People's Gas bill or prevent you from being reconnected or disconnected. If there are any questions on the CETA program or particularly LIHEAP, you could definitely call into the show 312-738-1060, or you can go to the CETA website, www.cetaorg.net, and they have a pretty fantastic tool which I'll bring up for you shortly. If you do have internet access at home, you can search for the nearest CETA facility near your site in Cook County by entering your 5-digit zip code. So let's just use the local example here, 60607, and see what we have here. As soon as it loads up, let's try another zip code, 60643. And as you can see, the sites in that particular area pop up. So all you need to do to locate some of the CETA services is definitely go to your internet browser, type in CETA.org, and find out which services are in your local facility or your local neighborhood. Another great service that we're offering at CETA is housing services. If anybody is experiencing any type of hardship, whether it's homelessness, you need renter assistance, you need buyer assistance, or you just need some basic homeowner information, you can receive these services to prevent, almost going in circles and spinning your wheels on trying to connect with resources. CETA has housing counselors that will help you navigate this process, and we also offer alternative counseling solutions at no charge. The first step is definitely to contact the representatives at CETA to find out what your situation is and what can be done to help you out. The contact number for the housing program, and I'll put it on the overhead, is area code 312-782-CETA, CEDA, or 312-782-2332. And going back to CETA housing, there is a free foreclosure prevention workshop that is taking place outside of the city, taking place Wednesday, October 19th, 2016 at the Markham Public Library, and that's 16640 South Kedzie from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. It's a free service, and it helps with prevention of foreclosure, and you can also get a little mortgage counseling. And before jumping into the next section on home weatherization, it looks like we have a caller. You want to go ahead and put the caller through? Hello, caller.
Hi, good evening. I wanted to know.
Hey, how you doing, caller? What's your name and where you calling from?
My name is Richard. I'm from Chicago. I wanted to know. I'm a senior vet, and I want to know what the rate of income is for one person.
So the income, and I know it was probably too small for you to see on the screen, but here, let me bring it back up for you if you're still looking at the TV screen. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. The income levels are based on the state and federal poverty levels. Here we go, as soon as the screen kind of clears up a little bit. But you can see your gross income for 30 days prior to the application date for LIHEAP. If you're an individual living by yourself, you need to make at or less $1,485 per month in order to qualify for these services. And as you can see, the number of persons in your household, that determines a different rate. So it looks like the number here goes up to 8. So if you have 8 members living with you and you make less than $5,111, you can qualify for these services as long as you live in Cook County. The best thing to do is to contact CETA directly. Again, that number is 1-800-571-2332 or 1-800-571-CEDA. And thank you very much for that call. It's very much needed because I think a lot of people wanted to know what the income requirements were. So prior to the caller, I did touch briefly on the CETA weatherization program. And for those of you that don't know, CETA weatherization program is sponsored by IWAP, the Illinois Weatherization Assistance Program throughout the state. And the question asks, are your bills too high? Is your energy bills too high? Is it hard to keep your home warm in the winter and cold in the summer? It's a good chance that your home may need to be weatherized, and there's another great resource for you to take advantage of. So with CETA weatherization, and I'll pull it up here on the screen, CETA weatherization, what that does is it gives you a number of different services where you can get your attic and wall insulation done. It does draft sealing to prevent, cracks in the foundation so cool air or hot air gets into your home. It does furnace and boiler improvements. Also, it helps with your carbon monoxide and smoke detectors. And then we also do safety testing of all gas appliances. So this is a fantastic program. Again, it is based on your income. And let me put those income levels back up for you guys watching at home. But it is based on your income. And as you can see, here are some of the basic income amounts there, starting with 1 member of your household and going all the way up to 8 members. The documents you need to apply for this program, again, proof of gross income for your household members over the age of 18, a current copy of your gas and utility bills, your social security number for all household members, a social security card, or any government issued ID that shows your name and social security number. And then lastly, you need your proof of home ownership. Again, this is a fantastic program, and Warrior Summit Coalition is happy to partner with CETA and work with community organizations that provide this service. And many of you that don't know, this is approximately an $8,000 service that you can get for free. So if you are having issues with paying your light bill or keeping your house warm in the winter and cooler in the summer, definitely look into CETAorg.net on your internet service provider. And really quickly, let me pull that website right back up for you so you guys can see what it looks like. There's the website, and while you guys check out the website, I will be going to our next programs and next services, which is our WIC program at CETA. So again, I mentioned that CETA has a plethora of programs, a mountain of programs that families can take advantage of throughout the city of Chicago and greater Cook County area. WIC just happens to be one of those fantastic programs. So the intent of the CETA WIC program is to reach families in the greatest need, to meet the mission efforts, will be applied to reach all eligible clients with special attention given to homeless, working poor, migrant, minority populations, in addition to families affected by domestic violence. The caveat to that is the household, the mother or the father must have a child under the age of 5 years old in order to take advantage of the services. So CETA WIC services provides everything from case management, breastfeeding, individual counseling, nutrition classes, link to early intervention services, a multitude of programs. And I'll put the flyer up for you overhead. Regarding the eligibility for CETA WIC, you must either be pregnant, breastfeeding, or had a baby within the past 6 months, or you have a child younger than the age of 5 years old. You or your child must have a health and nutrition risk and must meet the income guidelines, which I will zoom in right here for you to view at home. So again, all of the programs offered through CETA do have a very strict income guideline responsibility, meaning if you make over the amount that's listed here on this page on the website, you may not be eligible for the services. But what I always tell people, information is good, especially when you can use it. So if you can't use the information, please share it with someone who definitely can. Thank you again, callers, for calling in. You guys have been extremely helpful in getting the show rolling today. The last program that I want to talk about through CETA is not so much for the residents of Chicago proper. It's for Cook County residents at large. So if you guys have any family members that live outside of the city of Chicago, the CETA offices offer a program called Family Support Community Engagement, and that provides services from everything from auto repair, dental repair, vision repair, dental assistance, employment assistance, job skills training, scholarships for college students, scholarships for individuals looking to get into specific trades, as well as case management and housing assistance. So again, this program, it's not for those immediately in the city of Chicago, but it is a great program for those that live in the surrounding suburbs. So please, again, contact your local CETA site or visit the website at www.cetaorg.net. And last but not least, because I know we're winding down on time, I just wanted to highlight a couple of events taking place that the Warrior Summit Coalition is hosting in conjunction with the Department of Veterans Affairs and Yindus Entertainment. We, Warrior Summit Coalition, have been traveling the country since February, hosting free concerts for military veterans and their families titled Miracles for Heroes. Now, this is the legacy group from Smokey Robinson and the Miracles, and one of the former singers from the Miracles, Mr. Sidney Justin, is actually touring his group around the country to entertain vets in many large cities around the United States. Just so happens that this next concert is taking place Saturday, September 10th at the Harris Theater, located at 205 East Randolph Street. That's downtown Chicago, right next to Millennium Park, right down the street from the Bean. It's a very beautiful facility. We do have free tickets. I say again, free tickets for veterans and families, completely free. It's a great show. If you're a fan of Motown music, or if you had the itch to get in contact with some of those old R&B jams, Tears of a Clown, Tracks of My Tears, Ooh Baby Baby, they're going to be singing all of your favorite hits. So if you want more information on the Miracles for Heroes concert, and I'll put it back up again, you can visit www.warriorsummit.org or call for more information, area code 312-600-7449. Again, that number is 312-600-7449. Again, this is a great concert opportunity for every veteran in the city of Chicago and their family members. Before we wrap it up, I just want to thank the callers for calling in today, and you guys out in TV land taking your time out to enjoy our show today. We are the Warrior Summit Coalition, and we will be coming back on Thursdays talking about issues that are pressing to veterans and their families. If you need more information, or if you want to cover down on some of the resources shared today, please call CAN TV at 312-738-1060. Or email us at info@warriorsummit.org. Or you could always like our Facebook page, Warrior Summit Coalition, or follow us on Twitter at Warrior Summit US. It's been a pleasure chatting with you guys today. I hope to hear from you soon, and at the very least, I hope to see you next week at the concert. Thank you, Chicagoland. Have a good night.